Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude.
Oh, Steve, you magnificent bastard.
Yes, Steve. Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, aka Steve, and welcome to another Pokemon Go guide video. This one, of course, about Salamence, the 3rd gen dragon that we've all come to know and love. That green shiny sprite is something I want so bad. But in this video, we'll discuss Salamence, and if you can read or you know already what we're talking about, but if you can't read or you're blind or you don't speak English, then I don't know how you're still watching this video if you don't speak English. If you're blind, I'm sorry. Hopefully my voice paints you a more attractive picture than what I actually am with myself. But either way, we're talking about the background of Salamence, how to get it, its stats, its attacks, and its type chart. So let's just stop talking about the intro and get into it. Salamence is Pokemon number 373 in the Pokedex. That is the national Pokedex. It's 1.5 meters tall, weighs 102.6 kilograms. If you are from the United States, we're not gonna do fucking metrics. I'm not gonna give it to you in inches and pounds. You gotta do that yourself. The rest of the world does it. Let's catch up. Let's let this video be the starting point for the United States becoming a part of the metric system. The imperial system is way it's just random. It's arbitrary. 12 inches for a foot. What the fuck is that about? Anyway, its catch rate is 5% and its flee rate is 5%. If you ever happen to encounter one in the wild, perhaps someday it'll be a raid boss, and then those numbers will make a difference. At least the catch rate will. That's the base rate, of course. And then its buddy distance is 5 kilometers. So, I mean, way better than the legendary 20 kilometers. But Salamence is legendary, so why would that wouldn't even make sense. 5 kilometers for the buddy. If you want to get bag-on candy quick, then you better slap a bag-on, a Shelgon, or Salamence on there, and maybe 5 kilometers you walk and get 1 candy. That's what that means. I don't know why I said it 45 different ways, and I could have just said buddy distance, 5 kilometers. There you go. Did it. Easy. Next slide. How are you going to get this thing? Well, it's quite simple. Really, you got to get a bag-on. You evolve him with 25 bag-on candy. How do you get candy? Well, that's the question you're asking on this video. There are plenty of other videos out there that'll help you explain that, but more or less, you catch Pokemon, you walk Pokemon, you give candies to Pokemon in gyms, and sometimes you get candies back. I remember berries, not candies, but 25 bag-on candies will get you a Shelgon, and 100 Shelgon candies will get you a Salamence. Now, there will come a time where Salamence is a raid boss, and then somebody's going to come back to this video not seeing the date that it was posted and going, Steve, you fucking idiot, it's a raid boss, you can catch him in a 4-star raid, how are you still alive after accidentally walking to a ceiling fan, you giraffe-looking motherfucker? Which I take a lot of resent to. I don't think I look like a giraffe. I have a speech impediment, which is not helping my case at all. It's just perpetuating the nerd stereotype that I am. I'm married for real. It happened once. You know what, next slide. Finally, the real meat and potatoes of this video. The stats, the attacks, all that great stuff. You probably knew the other stuff. But let's get into the stats of Salamence. His max CP at level 40 with 15 IVs across the board is 35-32. That puts him at 24th out of 382 current Pokemon. His attack stat is 277, which makes him 5th, which means attacking prowess, he's up there. He's only dwarfed by a few, and one of those is Mewtwo. So that really makes it 4 that really is available to everybody. I mean, a lot of people have Mewtwo, sure, but, it's Salamence. He's 5. It's crazy. His defense is 168, which puts him kind of middle of the pack. It's 128 out of 382. Maybe lower middle of the pack because you get to a point where out of the 382, some of those are Pokemon like Charmander and Charmeleon, so they're obviously going to be below Salamence. But stamina-wise, he's 190, which puts him at 45th out of 382. So obviously, you don't need me to tell you he's heavily weighted towards attacking. Is he going to be a defender? Probably not with those numbers, but you're going to want to put him on any offensive team. Well, gotta just destroy his fucking Lissy. Look at him. Look at that Draco meter. That did so much. It did. It's great. Next slide. So now that it's painfully obvious that Salamence is, of course, an attacker, let's get to those attacks. And since a couple of you guys last time posted, yeah, we give a shit about the math, I'm going to explain to you what that true DPS stat is. It is damage divided by duration. So essentially it just takes the damage output divided by the duration that it takes to perform the attack, as well as any possible cooldown if there is. That's why a true DPS metric doesn't exactly work, because it's simply damage divided by time, not damage taking into the account the duration of the attack. So that is where we get the true DPS as far as the stat there. So you get damage and then true DPS. So his moves are Dragon Tail, which is obviously a Dragon type move. He's got 15 damage, a 22.73 true DPS. And Fire Fang is 11 damage with a 17.78 true DPS. Two quick moves, very simple. If you got a quick TM, you can easily hot swap to the other move. As far as charge moves, you got Draco Meteor at 150 damage. Now you notice that there's not a true DPS for charge moves because they take into account. Okay, so think about it this way. They fill up a bar and then you have to activate that. So there's no duration because you're choosing when that move happens. So a simple DPS is fine. There's no time between. That's a standardized time between. You can do charge moves. It is simply you take damage if you do damage. So that's why just DPS for charge moves is a thing as opposed to true DPS for quick moves. Does that make sense? If you guys are confused about that, comment below and I'll do my best to explain it to you. But Draco Meteor is 150 damage, that's 62.5 DPS. Hydro Pump is 130 damage, that is 51.21 DPS. And Fire Blast is 140 damage at 46.67 DPS. I already hear those fingers clacking. Steve, what's the best attacking and defensive movesets? Attacking one, you should be able to figure out. That's pretty simple. The defensive one, you might be a little surprised. Let's get to the next slide and we'll go from there. Attacking, it should have been pretty obvious in the optimal movesets. It's Dragon Tail and Draco Meteor. Those are clear-cut above the best. But defending, we have Dragon Tail and Hydro Pump. Now, I know what you guys are saying. You guys are going, Steve, why on earth is Hydro Pump the best defensive move when it does not have the highest DPS? So because of Hydro Pump's cooldown being 3.3 seconds as opposed to Draco Meteor's 3.6 seconds, and the way that charge moves work when you're defending is this. Once the charge move the bar has been filled, every attacking round, the defensive Pokemon has a 50% chance to pull off that charge move. So if they don't, then it doesn't make a difference what that move is because it's not going to work. But if they do, that you want to move with the slowest cooldown, that way you can get right to attacking as fast as possible because of that randomness factor. So that makes Dragon Tail and Hydro Pump the best defending moves. Now finally, the last slide that we have to talk about today is the type chart. It's got a lot of weaknesses and resistances, and we'll just run them through real quick here. So weaknesses, he's got two times weaknesses. He's got Rock, Dragon, and Fairy that he's weak to. 4 times weak to Ice. So Regice, we talked about you last video. This is your shining moment. This is the one Pokemon you could probably excel against in the meta right now because I don't think anyone's really using Alolan Exeggutor to defend. They maybe. I don't know. Resistances, though, this is why also he makes such a good attacker because he can stay alive long enough to run through teams because he resists fire and bug and fighting, which is a huge one because fighting is a very prominent offensive type right now with Regice being around and Blissey existing and stuff like that. And he quad resists ground and grass. So he's got a lot of resistances, more resistances than he has weaknesses. So it makes Salamence a pretty good mon all around as far as attacking wise. The resistances make up for the fact that he's kind of got subpar defense and stamina, but attacking wise, he just absolutely runs through and torches teams. But guys, listen. This has been a Pokemon Guide video. If you want to see me do anything different with these videos, please comment below. I'm interested to hear your thoughts about that. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. If I get 1,000 subs, I can start getting monetized, so I appreciate all that. And be sure to stick around for all the other videos that I have in store, whether they be gameplay or whatever stupid comedy I end up trying to do. That being said, we're going to watch this Salamence destroy this Gyarados after we dodge, hit him with a Draco Meteor. That's going to be the end of this. I'll see you guys next time. Good night.